Congratulations on the solar revolution. Um, I suppose we have, I'm hearing that we have hit a major, major milestone. We have overcome some huge hurdle. Um, and I guess we have won some battles that were being waged against us. So, congratulations on all of that. And I don't know, just congratulations. So, I haven't posted quite so often. I know a lot of people said something about me having been posting every day before I got locked up, and I really wanted to make that a habit. But after being released, having gone through that and then being released, a whole lot of other things came into play in my life. I know that I have not kept up on as much of the day-to-day news. All of my different sources that I was learning from, I am not tapped into all of those currently, and I have other distractions happening. So that is a major reason why I don't speak daily or every other day anymore. Sometimes I am a little apprehensive about what I want to speak about because, like I said before, I have realized there are lots of demons that are trying to come into my space, and doesn't necessarily cause me disturbance so much as it makes them believe that they have an in to disturbing me, and I'm not being disturbed. Most times I only know that there has been an attempt because I hear about it. So everything that they're doing really, really is ineffective on me directly. I suppose there are lots of other people who are feeling and going through not what is being thrown at me, but their involvements that they allow themselves to have. So, on that, I am going to say that people should really do the right thing. People keep saying doing the right thing is so difficult and all this other stuff. Well, that's only difficult because literally y'all are greedy. You want so much. I don't think about what I want. I think about what is necessary for me to get done. That's what I think about. What is necessary for me to get done? What things are coming at me? What blockages are in my way? And what is necessary to remove them? What is necessary for me to know in order to do that? Stop thinking about what you want. Start thinking about what you absolutely have to do. And what you want or what you need, it just comes. It presents itself. Stop wanting. It's stop looking at somebody thinking that they have something that you would look good in, would like to have, would just stop thinking that you want something. Think about what is necessary for me to do. What are the things that are going on in my life that need attention? Not what do I want to be going on, because there's always something that is coming in that will start going. Always. So just start there. Start there. I guarantee you a lot of shit will get easier. It'll get easier just because you're handling stuff. You're getting something done. You're removing a blockage. So therefore, whatever that blockage is causing, it removes that. So that thing that you need to get done is going to get done, and it'll get done easier. And the next thing, hopefully, will get done easier. Maybe you have a few blockages to remove. So just start working on removing them. Whether it means, I got to go to my work and make money. You know what? I need to stop bringing money in by means that are taking from my, comfort zone. It doesn't matter how much money you're bringing in. It matters that it's taking from your comfort zone. Maybe you don't need that amount of money. Maybe you don't need that particular lifestyle thing that you were chasing. Maybe you don't need that that thing that you want. I don't know how to say it. So maybe just learn to walk away from some shit. Okay, and then the other thing was, what do I want to actually share from my studies? I want to share that I have studied so much and I have had the experience that it is dangerous to know what I know. Because the gatekeepers have been keeping the secrets for so long, and they have built up such a workforce that truly believe that the little exceptions to the rules that they've been given, the little privileges, the protections from breaking the rules, from punishment that they have been given, they really feel so special. They don't want to lose that. Half of them don't even know what the hell they're truly involved in. They really don't. I mean, when we think about, so let's really say what it is. Let's say these Freemason people, they're not all at a 33rd degree. They're not all there. Hell, they're not even all at a 20th degree. Most of them are in on the basic ground level, just going, I'm happy that I can give that secret handshake, so next time I get caught speeding, they're not going to fucking give me that ticket that I really don't want to pay. Fuck whether they can afford it or not. They don't want to pay it. There are not that many people that are making so much money that they're living a really, truly privileged life. Hell, most people are living on comps and they're living on that membership package. They're not fucking walking around with money like that. They're getting by on some shit. So they don't know. They're not at that level where they really know. They're not tapped in. They're just happy to have that. I can go on vacation this year. I can get that membership package. I get that discount. I'm getting by on that ticket. Well, they're not letting them really, really hit me on this child support, Just dumb shit. Dumb shit. I get to go to the club and I sit in the VIP and everybody thinks I'm special and shit like that. Anyway, most people don't know what the fuck they're really doing out here. But they are blocking the way because that privilege that they have been given makes them feel special and they don't want to lose that. Okay, so then we have some people out here that truly are demons and they really, really know what the fuck they're doing. But they are not introducing themselves as the demon. They're coming in and they're telling you, hey, I'm your friend. I'm, that guy that is or that girl that's gonna give you that little extra something that you want or that you need or that connection or that this or that. And so while, get the fuck off me, fuck. So while they are shaking hands and smiling in your face, you don't realize they are putting you in a position to be used. And that's all they want, is they need another tool, because that's what you are. You're a tool. You're a wrench. You're a hammer. You're the screwdriver. You're the pliers. That's all you are. You're a tool. And as long as you don't think you're a tool, you think you're special. You think that I'm gonna kill this motherfucker right here. That's what's gonna fucking happen. I don't like fucking flies bothering me. That's just the fucking devil. Beelzebub, get your fucking minions and go. Okay, because I will kill those motherfuckers. Alright, so they're not your friends. They're not giving you anything good. They're forcing obligation on you. They're pushing you into a position where, depending on your greed level, they will be able to use you forevermore. Where you can't say no. Where now you have put yourself into a bind. You have put people that you know, that you love, in a bind. You've done that with your actions, because now those people are leverage on you. Well, I'm a little grateful, because most of the people that I love, they don't love me back. And they was already tools. So they can't use the people against me, because those people are on their side. So I don't have nothing to lose. I don't have shit. They took everything from me. So, and they've been coming at me for years and years. Like, even when I didn't realize that that's really what it was. Like, now I'm learning that's what it was. So shit, they've been doing it for so long. I'm really kind of immune to all the shit that they've done. So I've been left out in the cold for a long time. I've been fighting my way by myself for a long time. I am not gonna be swayed by different stuff like that. It's just not. I know that what I found in all of this research, all of the meditations, that's really all that I have. So I'm grateful for that. That is a huge amount in itself. It's a lot. It's probably more than I could have ever have hoped to have through any other source. So, and that literally is the Most High. That is the God. It's not the God that everybody else gets up and goes to church and screams and shouts about. It's the real God. It's the living God. It's that connection that we have, that most of us have no idea of its existence, let alone how to tap into it. But anyway, don't be a tool. So I can't necessarily share with the things that I know, because people will put themselves into harm's way and danger through greed, because you don't want to learn what it is. You just say, well, I just want a tax break. I want the money. How do I get to that account? How do I use the money? How do I buy more stuff? It's not about buying more stuff. It's not about getting the tax break. It's not about any of that. It's about literally separating yourself from the matrix. It's about you embracing the reasons why you want to separate yourself from the matrix. Because literally the meditations tap you into the true God. Like I said last time I was talking, there's that Bible verse that says, none come unto the Father except for through me. Okay, well, people keep thinking that Christ is a man walking, and as long as you worship this man, you're going to get to the Father. But ain't nobody got there. Nobody's got any satisfaction. Everybody's still going through hard times and crazy and chaos, and they can't stop all the crap that's going on in their lives. And the reason why that is happening is because you haven't still gotten to the Father. Like, he can't hear you. Whatever he is hearing, you haven't given notice to this hell realm matrix that you are not one of them, that you are not aligned with them, that you boldly don't want to be part of them. You're not sneaking in and just saying, well, I just happen to fall into this, so I'm not really truly operated. No, remember that Bible verse says, be hot or be cold. And if you're lukewarm, I spew you from my mouth. I'm not saying it correctly, word for word, but you all know what I'm saying. You've heard that verse before. So I am telling you now that getting up, going to these houses of worship on Sunday is not getting you to where you are supposed to, where you think you're focused on. It says the Sabbath, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. The Sabbath is the seventh day. The seventh day is Saturday. Saturday is the day you don't do any work. Saturday is the day that you give back to the Most High. It's the day that you worship. It's the day, and you can do it every other day too, but it's the day that is dedicated for that. It's the day that you tell the world to buzz off. So, the meditation is the only way that you tap into that. It's the only way. The Christ chamber is in your head. It's not a man walking. It is a chamber in your head. And you have to activate it with a certain breathing method that stimulates the pineal and the pituitary gland so that they give off electrical pulses, and those electrical pulses stimulate the Christ chamber, where that opens and that allows you the connection. And in through that connection, that's where you're going to fall into this peace, this calm, this way of truly accepting that, wow, whatever you've experienced in this world is the chaos. It's the bullshit. It's the lies. It's the manipulation. It's the trickery. People think, well, if I make more money, my life will get easier. No, the more money you make, the harder your life is getting, the more entanglements you have with this world, and the more obligation you have. And now it's like everybody is trying to tap into you and get a piece of the pie. It's where you're beholden to all these different men. You're not supposed to be beholden to men. You're supposed to be beholden to the Most High, to the one true God, to your ancestry, to the bloodline that brings you life, to the way that you got into this world. That is your only obligation. Okay, so therefore, I don't always want to tell you what I've learned in that book, because you applied the book readings and you haven't applied the meditation elevations. And if you don't do that, you don't have any protections. You're running around out here in this world, and when they come and they start trying to threaten and scare you, you're not going to be standing there talking back the way that I talk back without getting angry or elevation, without fearing fear. I get a little pissed off because I can't remember shit sometimes. Like, I can't remember the actual number of the rule and which title, subsection. Like, that pisses me off sometimes. But I don't get scared of these people. I call them the liars that they are. But you can't get all upset and everything and give them reason that they have now put on camera, audio, and video recorded so that, they have justification, not because you're wrong in what you're saying, but now they can say that, oh, well, you presented a threat to me. Motherfucker, why in the hell are you working on this job if you can be so easily threatened? But that's neither here nor there, because when you get there, you can't say that to the judge. The judge is not going to see them as being wrong because they're all in it together. The judge is the fucking is the fucking practitioner. He's the goddamn warlock demon that told them to go out and do this shit and that they'd have protections in doing so. So, you got to know what you're up against. You got to know when you walk in there that what you're objecting to, how you're objecting, why you're objecting. You have to know how to say the objection on a few different levels. So if I tell you how to do the paperwork and you haven't learned all of these things that you can just recall from memory for your own self-protection, then you haven't been helped. So for the lazy people, for the people that are on demon time, that are just trying to want to I'm not helping you get money for nothing. There's some people that don't, their life would be a lot easier and they really could get into the, into the learning if they didn't have the obligation of going to these buildings and sacrificing their time. Okay. Build a sole proprietorship. Go to your state business website and there should be a section about starting in business. Read that section thoroughly. Do everything that it says. And every time it connects you to a different website, go to that website's starting in business section. Read that thoroughly. And while you're reading that thoroughly and you're trying to get aligned in all of that, because you're going to have to go through the business website, you're going to have to go through the corporation website, you're going to have to go through your local Department of Revenue website, your state's Department of Revenue website, and there might be 2 other departments that you're going to have to go through. There's those 2. But read all that information thoroughly. Set your business up, and then once you set your business up, then start learning to use the 1099s and everything else to pay off and cancel debt, to do the acceptance for value and all the other stuff. Learn to do that. Learn to fill out the coupons. Learn to retrieve the dividends. Learn to work the treasury site. That allows you to offset those bills and receive the dividends and to journal the statements. And once you're doing that, now you don't have to get up and go to these job places and give your Job places and sacrifice your energy, your Federal Reserve notes, your floating rate notes. You don't have to sacrifice those in order to simply struggle and get by. Don't think about acquiring a whole lot of stuff, because that's not why you're here. It's not here for you just to be acquiring bunches and bunches of shit. That's not why the system was set up. And if you don't read it, they're changing it on a regular basis all of the time. Like, people think LLCs are the way to go. Oh, because if I do an LLC, then I don't have to pay those taxes like that and blah, blah, blah. You still got to pay something. You're not fully protected. And they've changed the laws on the LLC. I haven't read the new ones, but they've changed them. So that is not the break that it was a year ago, 2 years ago. This year, those LLCs will be reconciled a different way than they were last year or the year before. Learn what is going on politically, because what's her name? Or its name? Kamala Harris, which is really Kamal Arush. Kamal Arush is not a black woman. That's a Hindu man. Israeli or whatever. It's a man. That man is not on your side. That fucking Joe Biden, he is not on your side. He keeps saying publicly, I'm gonna send y'all back to Africa, put y'all back in change. Y'all gonna have to work with them Hispanics and da-da-da-da-da. Well, shit, most of these Hispanics think they're fucking like a step of fucking away from white. They don't realize that really 4, 5, 6 generations ago, y'all were all black too. 7, 10 generations ago. You're only the color that you are is because fucking reptiles started breeding with y'all. They don't realize that. They don't realize. And they know. They know when they go back to wherever they come from. They know that those people that live in the more rural areas, the people that live in the wilds, in the rainforest, and the jungles, they know that those people are black. They know that literally, like, it wasn't that many generations ago that their families lived in those same tribal ways. But that reptile DNA is a motherfucker. It fucking does mind work on people. It's got people fucking tricked and shit. The fucking troglodyte monkey DNA, that's got some people tricked like a motherfucker. People don't know who the fuck they are. Okay, so learn to do those things so you can be freed up financially. So your obligations will be less. When your obligations are less, then your ability to preserve your energies are greater. And the information that is meant for you to have in order to free yourself from the matrix, you will have time to absorb that information, and then you will be protected. You will read in there all of the reasons that you need to be offended by this matrix system. You're gonna see it. People are saying, oh, Juneteenth, we gotta celebrate Juneteenth. Juneteenth literally is the day that they solidified bunches and bunches of different rules, laws, statutes, bills that they had been pushing forth and fighting for in order to steal your rights away. It's not the day that, oh, it's the day that, we, were able to get through to the last plantations. No, it's not. Hell, there are people still living in different places where they don't know what the hell's going on. They still walking around with their head down and they can't look people in the eye. They don't want you looking them in the eye, because when you look them in the eye, if you are gifted in such a manner, you will see them. They don't want you seeing them. It's not a matter of respect. It's not a symbol of, well, it is dominance, because now they've gotten you to fucking subject yourself to them. So Valentine's Day, that's another one. I can't remember what the fuck Valentine's Day was for, but I remember that shit was some foul shit too. And most of these I read in the state statutes. Stop practicing these holidays, or stop celebrating these holidays. Stop going out and acquiring, earning, however you have gotten it, hustling for all of this money so you can spend money on these big days. Stop doing that. You are celebrating the fact that they have dominated you. The reptiles celebrate because they've got the domination. They're living the domination. But if your ass is fucking poor and struggling and living in some non-elite neighborhood, I don't give a fuck what color you are. You've been dominated. You have been tricked. You've been lied to. It's really, really sad, because a lot of y'all are watching these different television shows through HBO and all this Stars and all this other shit, and you don't see that they are telling you your histories, like the Outlander is telling you about how the Irish were dominated, how the Scottish betrayed them, how they had to submit themselves to England. So England is not the Irishman's friend, but a lot of people, just because they got white skin, they think, oh, well, I'm European. You are not fucking European. You have just submitted to European rule. You've gotten a little bit of privilege and they're looking beyond your white skin, but when they start hollering white trash, they're talking about you because you ain't come from one of them. They're talking about the fact that you are blended with all of that DNA stuff that they spliced together in these science labs. That is not a good thing. Stop being offended by what they're calling you and learn the reason that they're calling you that. And for, you melanated people out there, let me tell you, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And some of your kinfolk is traded out for on the other side because they wanted a material gain. So shit. Most of your fucking family and your friends are really your fucking foes. Realize that. If you struggling and they're not, and they telling you how you need to be doing better, but they not showing you, they keeping lies and shit from you, they don't fucking freely try to bring you in, love and give to you and share with you, those are your motherfucking foes. I don't care if you did come from the same Yahoo, the same Stargate. Shit, sometimes the Stargate you came from is your fucking foe. Anyway, but until you actually start reading the information and seeing exactly what the information says, how it separates and categorizes, how it's giving credits over here, how certain days are reserved for this thing, how certain actions happen in this department of government and other actions happen in that, and how those departments link together, how they correlate, how they trade off information. You don't comprehend the game plan. You don't comprehend how the wheels keep turning. You don't know what you're participating in and what you need to stay away from participation in. You don't know how to complain properly. If you go and you complain to this one source and you're thinking, well, I complain to that one source, they're not doing nothing for me. That's because they were never designed. It's not that they were never designed. You don't realize how they've been infiltrated by the gatekeeping system. And so their participation with you, they have absolutely decided, we're not doing that shit. We're not going to do it. We don't give a fuck. Yes, this is the department where you put that in. We're not going to do it. We don't care. So you're standing there and you're whining and you're complaining. But if you read the rules will tell you, hey, look. When you tell right here, you're going to have to tell this department, this department, this department, and this department. Because if you only tell this department right here, this department is already infiltrated. If you don't tell all these other departments, they don't have no check and balance system. So you got to tell these departments, so this department will be like, oh, fuck, they know. When they know, we got to do it. If we don't do it, we look like we're foul as fuck. Now, we know we're foul as fuck. But maybe we can find somebody over there to cover our ass. And if we can't find somebody over to cover our ass, we're going to have to subject or submit and just go ahead and do the thing that we were supposed to do. So we don't all get locked up and go to fucking prison. Or so we don't get a death sentence. When you read the information is when you have protection. You don't have protection because you put it on paper. Because I put it on paper, I didn't have protection. But when I finished going through not just how to put it on paper, but when I went back through those sections and I found out how the departments were run and how it needed to be complained and who is overseeing each department and which department holds the checks and balances on which departments, that's when the complainings started making a difference. That's when my filings became effective. So don't tell me that you just want to get through the information, you don't care about reading it or knowing it, because if you don't know it, when that fucking Freemason walks up with his little handcuffs and he's talking about he's trying to intimidate you and threaten you, and you have to not be scared, but you don't have to argue a point of anger. You don't have to tell them that they're wrong. They already know they're wrong. Bullies know they're wrong when they start bullying people. They want to do it because they believe they're going to get away with it. The getting away with it is more effective for them. That's what they're living for, the effectiveness. You have to remove the effectiveness by having the knowledge. So when you're telling them how they're wrong and what the repercussion is for that wrong, that you know the secrets behind, okay, first of all, you're not supposed to do this. This is this, this is this, and this is that. But because I have actually been paying attention to the news, because I am tapped into the information that they're giving through sources that don't come through the news, so I actually know the real goings on, the real news. So because I'm paying attention to all of that as I'm absorbing the information, so now I know that, hey, just like I told a cop, you a Freemason. You know you Freemasons are coming up missing. Your fucking whole houses are getting sold out. It's being put on the fucking market. So when you got Freemasons, their families have been locked in for the last 200 years and they've got like the real foundational money, and all of a sudden that piece of property that they have owned and lived in for the last fucking 150 years, that fucking property has now been sold onto the market, and it's never ever seen the market before. Never. People don't even know it's in existence. Why are you fucking with me? You want to be one of them? You're never going to rise to that position because you're over here fucking with me. Matter of fact, you're not going to rise there anyway, but you're going to go to a quick death sentence, like real fast. Oh, you're telling me you're going to lock me up? That means, okay, you're not going to run my ID. You're going to just lock me up. That means you're going to let me stay under the categorizations that you've already put there that have already been proven as foul and fraudulent. So now you're going to join that. You're going to put your name on the fucking thing, on the little docket or the fucking paperwork that says you took part in that shit. So now that's fraud. And since these other people are already being brought to justice, you don't have to go through a whole fucking case waiting to fucking prove you wrong. You are now wrong on their paperwork. So now your ass was wrong the day they was wrong, which was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. You're not wrong today. You wrong 2 years ago. So that's the shit that you argue with them. That's the shit that makes them scared. That's the shit that makes them go away and leave you alone. They want to pretend, but the reality is that pretense, they know it's a lie. They trying to keep up, save face for the people standing around. But the people standing around are looking like, damn, that's the supervisor. She just shut him down. And fuck, if he just got shut down by her, he ain't the motherfucker to follow. And she just said he was a Freemason and they all going missing. That means when that invitation comes around through the fucking channels and they ask me, do I want to come over here and go to this Freemason party where they're all over there fucking each other and everything, and it's a big ass orgy. I might want to fuck, but I don't want to fuck that bad. I'm going to pass that orgy on. I want to go in. I want to be part of the crowd. I want to get that free pussy where all of these new fucking little cop bitches are coming in, because they going to get drunk and they going to fuck. They going to fucking sniff the coke and they going to fuck, and all the shit that I was thinking I couldn't do because I had to be good, and I can go over there and I can do it. How about I'm going to pass that up? I'm not going to go over there and do that. So you have to know these things, so that when you get confronted, you can shut them the fuck down. Because if you don't know how to shut them down without getting angry, that little motherfucking fly, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to get you, motherfucker. I'm going to get you. Okay, so if you don't know how to shut these motherfuckers down like that, they're going to get you. You're going to be in jail wondering how the fuck to get out. What the hell do you need to say in order to get out? And you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to pay the bail. Well, if you pay the bail, now you've agreed to give them what the fuck they want. Well, I'm going to take the plea offer. Well, now you've agreed to give them what the fuck they want. They've won. Well, I'm going to call the lawyer. I'm going to pay a lawyer. You pay a lawyer, then you've agreed to give them what the fuck they want. They've won. There's some things that you can say, some things that you can write down. And those things will obliterate everything that they're trying to do against you. That's what you need to know. Those are the things that I'm not going to share verbally through these videos. I'm not going to share that. I'm not going to share it because when you read it, when you write it down, when you take notes, when you are seeing the necessity for it, because you can see it tells you what the contradiction is. If you do this, then you get off, like it lightens your load. If you don't do this, then that means they're going to do this, and that. When they do this, and this, and that, they have control. So either you're going to take control and act it out, or you're going to relinquish control and allow them to subjugate, obligate, and terminate your ass. Because that's what they're out there doing. They are fucking trying to terminate you. They're trying to terminate your bloodline. They're trying to terminate your ability to produce children. People say, oh, black is beautiful, black is beautiful. You thinking black skin. They're not thinking black skin. When they say black is beautiful, the fact that your ass don't know who you are, you're unaccounted for, you don't have a nationality to claim, that is the black that they think is beautiful. When you think that you are a Moor, which means to be tied to the dock, so you're now fastened to the dock, to the dock door, to the fact that the doctor has listed you with the Vital Statistics Office. The Vital Statistics Office has given you a birth certificate. The birth certificate, once it's not been claimed within 5 to 7 years, has labeled you incompetent, crazy, or dead. So, you are a Moor. You have let somebody else do your paperwork. Well, that somebody else says, hey, you know what? We're their trustee, so we get to run their information for, our necessities or for our desired purposes. Because we're the trustee, we get to run everything. We get to be the representative on all types of shit. We can tell you how their vote is going to go. So now that trustee is standing back going, whatever the representative, whoever has stepped in place, and the state has stepped in place as your representative, whatever the representative says, you know what, because the representative is going to help it get worked out so I get paid, because you don't have that $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 that I'm requiring for this legal assistance that I'm giving you. So as long as that representative is going to go ahead and sign on the line where I can go ahead and get that $10, $20, $15, $20,000 in order to get paid, I'm going to listen to their instructions. I'm not listening to yours. You have to figure out how to be your own representative. You have to figure out how to be in a position where they are now adhering to the instructions, the directives that you are giving. Because if you are alive and if you have a sound mind, you have a right to speak for yourself. But you have to let them know that you're speaking for yourself. So how exactly does that letting them know occur? Okay, so I'm going to cut this short. I had to use the bathroom. Congratulations on reaching the solar revolution. I love all of you who are out there seeking and searching for yourselves, those of you who are meditating in order to reach the Most High, in order to reach your ancestors, in order to reach your bloodline, in order to reach the mother that has given us life. Okay, so I love you, and take it easy. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Learn some more.